What's good, YouTube, man? Welcome back to another episode of Self Check. You've been watching E.
I'm T, man. What's good with you?
I got T with me. You got anything to add before we get started?
Nah.
Before we get started, man, you already know. Gotta say, I appreciate the goats. You know, we always appreciate you all clicking on our content, man, giving our content a chance, especially if you're a new viewer. If you're a new viewer, stay towards the end, see if you like this video. If not, check out some of my other work. If you're a returning viewer, what's good, goat? We appreciate you coming back. Ready to rock? Let's talk about Donovan Mitchell. I feel like Rudy kind of threw some shade a little bit with some of the comments that he made. He was throwing praise at Devin Booker, but at the same time, he was saying like the way that Devin Booker is buying in on defense and accepting the Suns culture. Yeah, we don't have that over here. I feel like that was like a little shot at Donovan Mitchell.
Shit on his team.
I could be reaching a little bit in the comment section, man. Let me know. But let's go ahead and talk about Donovan Mitchell, right? I want to talk about could this friction with Rudy, especially also one more thing, a report that came out that like if Donovan Mitchell was to act up out of Utah, you want to go to Miami, you could be like got like a little relationship going on with D Wade. That might have something to do with that. And he was born in New York, so that might have something to do with that. Like, is he like one of the most, if not the most, underappreciated star in the league?
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about this right here. You think that might be like one of the things? Because I feel like, okay, if you even look at last year, right? I feel like Rudy going on talking about defense. I feel like he got exposed last year against the Clippers.
Expose him! Expose him!
Terrence Mann. All Terrence Mann did was sit in the corner and just jack up, well, I don't want to say jack up threes because he was hitting. And Rudy Gobert just stayed up under the defense, but bro, you got exposed. Y'all should have not lost that series. If I'm Donovan Mitchell, it's like, bro, you talking all this talk, but as long as we've been together, we should have been in the Western Conference Finals at least once by now. It could have been last year.
This is true.
But because you don't know how to really play perimeter defense, you play under the basket defense. And you talking about us as a team playing defense, bro, you got your ass exposed last year. I feel like all that kind of like smoke blowing and all that shit, that shit's unnecessary.
I also feel like Rudy's defense is overrated a little bit because to me, I feel like when people talk about defense, it's a little overrated. For somebody who is a defender or whatever the case may be, and be like, oh, I got him. Rudy is not that. Like you said, he is just an under the basket defender, and he half-assed that. Russell been having a horrible year.
Oh my
Rudy,
God.
though, the previous year, and he was
Rudy
Joker.
Him and Joker had a little back and forth, and Rudy was like, oh, like, I'm here, I'm honored, I'm here. And then Joker was like, look up, bro, I got 43.
What are you doing? That's not defense, bro. You only guard scrub. There ain't a lot of big men in the league who are sweet, but the ones who are sweet, they give you a really hard time. Most of the time, they're dropping 25 plus on you every time. Joel, Cat, Joker also said it was a scouting report that he has a problem with shorter guys.
That's how Stanley Johnson was able to kind of do what he did against them when the Lakers beat him.
Yeah, so it's like, bro, you pointing people out. You could be pushing it, but like talking about Donovan is really the only reason why y'all are relevant. For real. Don't nobody talk about Utah. Brian, everybody has said it in the past. Nobody brings up Utah. You have one good player, usually. One. I don't even remember. Before Donovan, it was Gordon Hayward. Who's before that?
Darren Williams.
Darren Williams. Well, they had Carlos Boozer and them boys, but if Rudy was taking shots at Donnie, this the second time. And I don't think Donovan with it. They went to the East and they was getting their ass kicked. Starting off with my boy Cade Cunningham, giving them 29. I think Cleveland beat them. They went to the East and started getting their butts kicked. And it's probably because of what each other has said. They probably had to exchange of words and keep taking shots like this. Their team ain't gonna go nowhere, and Donovan is. Their team not gonna go nowhere, but Donovan gonna go somewhere, that's for sure. And then y'all gonna be looking salty. The situation happened before last year or the year before where they had some type of misunderstanding. I feel like as an organization, if you don't get that together or nip it in the bud early, it's only gonna get worse.
Especially if these your two pillars of your team, these like the two best players on your team, you can't have the two players butting head. So just real quick, no thought. If he was to leave, he going to New York or Miami? I'm calling Miami.
I would say Miami, but I'm gonna say New York. Only because the market is ridiculous. New York is an upcoming team and they're missing little pieces.
Damn!
Picture New York now with Donovan Mitchell. They will be so much better.
They still got Julius Randle and that nigga trash.
Okay. You feel, but you get what I'm saying though. The pieces that they got, they'll buy in and down. I feel like Miami already got their squad.
Going to the second point, right? But now we was kind of going back and forth. Is Donovan a superstar or a star? I think maybe in a couple more years, if he kind of keep this play up, superstar for sure. And obviously I want to see him making a little bit more noise in the postseason. But okay, for right now, I'm gonna just say Donovan is a star. Would you say Donovan is the most underappreciated star in the league?
Yes. He in Utah. That's the biggest point. He's in Utah and don't nobody talk about Utah and they take him as a joke. They had the #1 seed last season. He wasn't in the MVP conversation. He averaged what, 25 a game, 20 something like that.
He good for that on a nightly basis.
Like 25 a game. He was doing his thing. Bro, you the #1 seed. What more can you know what I'm saying? Without Donovan Mitchell, do you see Utah as the #1 seed last year?
Hell no!
Hell no.
So it's just like he got no. I feel like as good as he is, he gets no recognition. Since he been in the league, he averages like 23 points a game.
And what's crazy is he might feel that same way, and that's exactly why I think like he gonna ask out and he gonna try to get into a bigger market where he gonna get a little bit more exposure. Yes, Utah is winning more, but like it's Utah. I feel like they're not getting that exposure. Miami or New York, he gets that exposure, especially if they win it, and then we really get to see like, oh man, okay, he that deal for real, which you already should, because he's been, like you said, he's been cutting up in the playoffs in the past and all this shit. So I don't understand why he's not getting the exposure or not being appreciated as much as he should be. But
one more thing I want to add, very disrespectful. Last year they had the #1 seed and he got picked second to last. Wasn't it second to last in the All-Star game?
Yup!
and we gonna call it a wrap on this one, man. We appreciate all you ghosts tuning in to another episode of Self Check, man. Like, comment, subscribe, especially if you've been feeling these videos, especially subscribe and like. It really helps the channel out. It help us push our videos out, get a little bit more exposure on YouTube, you know what I'm saying, grow the channel. You ain't got nothing to add. All right, man, we gonna call it a wrap on this one, man. I'm E.
I'm T, man.
I got T with me. We appreciate you ghosts rocking out with us. We gonna catch you on the next one.
Peace.
Peace.